Hello, everyone. Welcome back and welcome new subscribers if you are new here. This reading is a continuance regarding the election results and an expansion on the last video that I did. For this reading, I'm going to discuss and share. I did some meditation, I did some energy work, and I tapped into the energy of the major players, Vice President Harris, Tim Walz, JD Vance, Donald Trump, and President Biden. I tapped into their energies and I picked up, I sent some emotions, some thoughts about the results and what's going on. Okay, so I want to share that with you guys. How are you doing? I hope you are taking care of yourselves. I want to first show you and share with you, I did touch base with my guides who I'm sure are exasperated by me as they have been because of my hard-headedness, but that's a whole other conversation. But I tapped into, or rather I asked, what are some messages I feel like, or they feel like rather, I should share messages and energy with you guys. Okay, so I wrote it down. I did it before recording, and we'll start there. Okay. All right, so first message. So this message is actually the last thing I asked when I did this. I asked, what is the most important message regarding the election results? Okay. So it said, get ready for a rematch. Okay. He did it. It's all going to be okay. Crime. Watch out. Watch. Be safe. There is real life. Be prepared for worst show. Okay, and like I said, it's going to be artists. It's going to be tough. Okay. These messages, some of them are self-explanatory, but ultimately I think the most important message is to take care of yourselves. We have to take care of ourselves in this time, so that might mean unplugging. That might mean engaging in some self-care, self-soothing, watching your comfort show, reading a book, not watching the news like I talked about, making sure you're getting enough sleep, being with your family, doing things that you enjoy, because things are stressful right now. Okay, I still feel the grief. I still feel the shock, the anger from the collective. It's sort of weighing me down a little, like I said, but so long as you take care of yourselves is what's most important. Okay. So those are the messages from my guides and the universe that they thought I should share with you guys regarding the election results. Okay. Okay. I'm going to share next. I'm going to, hold on. I'm going to share next with you Kamala's energy. I tapped into her energy. I heard some things. I tapped into her emotions. She's feeling, she's tough. You know, there's some anxiety there, there's some worry there, but it's very minuscule. And this is not the face that she shows to her people. This is more of when she's alone, you know, when she's at home at night, but it's so small. She feels very fortified. She has a lot of, every time I pull for her, she comes out as the Queen of Swords. That is who she is. She is highly intelligent, very, very competent. You can't get one over on her. She knows the truth. She knows when people are lying. She's a straight shooter. Okay. And on the flip side, with the Queen of Swords, that isn't always spoken about. The Queen of Swords can also be very lighthearted, joke a lot, very silly. Okay, even though she has this serious energy, when it gets down to it, she can be silly and lighthearted as well. But that's just a little tidbit. But most importantly, she does not play. And she could be a bit intimidating because the people that work with her and for her, she expects the best. She expects high competence, organization, you know, all those things. So the team she has surrounded herself with is a good team. Okay. If I worked with her, I would be a little bit intimidated, just a little. Okay. All right. So tapped into her energy. I will say she's not playing. Okay. And so let's take a look at the thoughts that I heard as I tapped into her emotions and her energy. Okay. That's a shame. This is regarding the results of the election. Okay. So that's the first message. That's a shame. Hold on. All right. I will win. I'm just trying to do it in the order that I wrote them. This one gave me chills. This one, she's not playing. Okay. This will not stand. That one was, whoa. They better be prepared. Feel this. Feel this loss. Feel this lesson. You could, you know, pretend. Pretend. I feel like whenever I look at her energy now, and the Queen of Swords, and there's this sort of I'm watching. Yep. I'm going along with this. I'm doing, you know, but it's not real. There's a lot of energy happening here. A lot of movement and action, but she's sort of like pretending otherwise, going along with the process. I feel ready. I got something. And the way she said it was so just like, I got something. We know. They know, like I said before, they know. The Democrats know. They know that this would happen. Maybe, you know what? For her, she going back to the Queen, she's so realistic. She's tactical. Okay, she is logical as well. She's rational, and so the way she's looking at this and the way Tim Walz is looking at this is so vastly different. He is very shocked, and she is not. She's sort of just like, he's shocked in a way of like, not that they cheated or not that this is happening. He's shocked in a way of like, I can't believe someone would be so bold. But she is not, because she has been telling everyone who that person, who her opponent was, who he's dealing with. So she's just not shocked at all. Okay. There is a plan. There is a guide. These two thoughts came on the heel of each other, but I put them on separate. It came out like there's a plan, there's a guide. It came out, but I put it separately. Like I said, the Democrats are very prepared. They have been playing chess. Okay, it feels like they have a plan for a plan for a plan for a plan, a contingency for a contingency for a contingency. Okay, and it'll be interesting to see how it all rolls out. But those are her thoughts. She's fortified. She's watching. There's a lot of action. I feel like a lot of movement, a lot of meetings, a lot of talking, planning, talking about plans that was discussed, talking about, steps and guides and looking at. There's a lot of things that are being looked at. I get the sense. A lot of movement, but not a lot of exhaustion from her. Okay. Let's look at President Biden. He is interesting. His thoughts are very interesting to me, because he is in a space right now, and his energy is in a space of amusement. I don't feel I didn't check in with his energy before. I'm sure he was angry, but it just feels like he's sort of amused. His energy right now. Okay. First thought that came to mind is, well, folks, as soon as I tapped into him, this is what came out. Well, folks, deeply contemplative. He is deeply contemplative. Deeply contemplative. Deeply thinking deeply about this. Well, folks, this is what he said to his people. What do you have here? What do you have here? How did this happen? He's not asking like how did this happen? He's asking his people, tell me how this happened. Exactly. Tell me how this happened, because they know and he wants to know. What can I do? What will I do? Thinking a lot. Talks. Lot of meetings, a lot of discussion, a lot of planning. Foreign intelligence. This is what I heard. Okay. Interestingly enough, it's like people don't think about how much intelligence there is and how much intelligence flows on his desk, how much he knows, how much she knows, the vice president, the two of them, and other important people. There's so much. You think they didn't know that this would happen? They absolutely did know. They absolutely knew that there would be interference from foreign countries. They knew that something would happen. I know they got information beforehand. Okay. And he said, we will win. And let me just go back to because I think, yes, we will win. And Kamala said, I will win. This one made me chuckle. This is about Trump, I believe. And he said he really thinks, hold on, it says, He really thinks he got us, don't he? And he's amused. This is where the amusement, that feeling of great amusement started to come in. He really thinks he got us, don't he? This is what he's saying to either Kamala, his team. He really thinks he got us, don't he? With a smile. That's what I felt. And watch this. And I wrote amused again. He's very amused. Watch this. Woo! Oh, it makes me laugh because it's a chuckle. He's saying like, whew. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this in the right order because okay. Okay, yes. All right, so the next one is, no, this isn't the next one. It's this one. Because I remember and I was like, what does that mean? Bear with me, guys. Okay, yes, this was the next one. We will get this guy. Determined. He's talking about Trump. I've tried to be nice. He's tried to be nice. He doesn't like Donald Trump. He doesn't respect him. He doesn't have any respect for him. He has respect for the process of the presidency and the process that comes with it. I know a lot of people say he doesn't want to be an election denier. That's not what that's going to be. Everyone sees that we're foregone as a country. There are treasonous people trying to take over. And they're trying to take over through democracy, through the election results. They're being bold because they think they know. They think they know, or they are smarter than. And they think because everyone holds the process of transition so highly that they'll just be able to roll right up in there. When in reality, there have been checks and balances in place. That's why so many people fought against Donald Trump coming back to the White House. That's why, because they saw people that were even supporting him, they saw how dangerous he is. And they take that very seriously. All the things that he has done, you know, the current court case he has with the documents and January 6th, all of that, they see that. They don't want that back. And so there's a line when it comes to when you think about our country, when you think about what the military does, protecting us against threats, foreign and domestic, you know, that's real. That is serious. So there's a line that has been drawn, and it has continuously been, or not drawn, but crossed, and it has continuously been crossed. This is the energy that I'm not just spewing, guys. I'm not just spewing rhetoric or opinion. This is the energy that I'm literally feeling. I've been experiencing since the election stuff started, since even before Biden stepped aside. I've been feeling this sort of energy. Okay. So I know people are like, you know, he may not do anything, you know, but there's a line has been deeply crossed, and they have information, they have intelligence already, and they're putting it all together. And this, where is it? He really thinks he got us, don't he? This amusement is saying he crossed the line. I'm gonna get him. Okay. What's done is done. A lesson. Okay? And actually, this thought, I was like, well, what does that mean? Because what's done is done means like just accept it. But this came out after. I said this before, but we will get this guy. No, I'm lying. Sorry. I've tried to be nice came after. What's done is done. Okay? We are prepared for this. Okay? So that's Biden's energy. Those are his thoughts. He's fed up. He's amused. He's amused. Honestly, he feels just like it made me kind of chuckle because I'm like, sir, he knows it's serious, but he's just sort of like looking at Trump. He does not like that man. He's looking at Trump like, what are you doing? What is going on here? Why is this happening? Why are you doing this? He knows that, but he's just sort of like, he wants to get him. He wants him out. Okay. Let's look at Tim Walz. Let's look at Tim Walz. Tim Walz is in shock. Okay, when I tapped into his energy, when I tapped into his thoughts, he's really just like, even though he's been in politics for so long, and he thought he's seen it all. He knows the type of person Trump is, but he's really just shocked. Like I think this is what I find most interesting is like, he's coming from a space of competence, high intelligence, and experience. But this also is like, this is him moving into this space of potentially, he will be the vice president, but potentially being the vice president, he is seeing a whole new world of how that world works. Okay, and so he's seen a lot of things that, and even now, the sense I get is just sort of like speechless. And he said that in one of the messages. He's really just like, wow, I can't believe this. Someone would be so bold. Okay. All right. So the first message literally is, wow. That's the first thing I heard when I tapped into his energy. Tim Walz, guys, about the election results. And then, please be untrue. I sort of took this that he was talking about the results. He's talking about now all the talks and the information they're getting. He can't believe that someone would be so bold. Speechless. I'm speechless. He don't know what to say. He's just like, I can't believe something like this would happen. I pray. He's praying a lot. We got this. Growing confident. Okay, as this thing is unfolding. This one is, well. This is what he said. His confidence is growing. He might be moving out of shock. Well. I got some information there. Isn't that something? Okay. Isn't that something? Like, isn't that something? These two thoughts came off the heels of each other. I can't believe this guy. We're gonna get him. He can't believe, oof, another chill. He can't believe that someone would be so bold. That may have been a little bit, he's sort of like, am I this naive? But he isn't. He's just really shocked that someone would be so disrespectful to our election process, to our Constitution, that someone would disrespect the voters in that way. It's very shocking to him. He knew who Donald Trump was, but he didn't know that, or he really didn't expect someone to stoop so, to dive into, well, to allegedly be treasonous. Okay. So that's Tim Walz. Let's look at Donald Trump. I don't know, his energy, he just seems really, whenever I look at his energy, or whenever I watch him and I watch him speak, it just sort of reminds me of like someone who doesn't know what's going on. Someone who's very lost. There's no emotion. There's emptiness when I touch his energy. It's nothing. There's smugness maybe. But outside of that, and I'm not saying he's not human. I'm not saying that. But there's not a lot of emotion. There's not a lot of like, not even excitement. Not excitement, I couldn't feel much when I was tapping into his energy. And every time I look at him, I don't feel much from him. Okay? First thing, I won. Delusion. As I'm tapping into his energy, as I'm writing things, it's sort of like, it feels like delusion. It feels like he knows what you didn't really win, sir. But he, in his heart of hearts, is like, even if it's by cheating, that's how he is. No, I won. I won because I'm great, is what I feel, this smugness. Okay. Realize. Don't. Relieved. Yeah, that's another thing. He feels relieved. I did feel that. Criminal enterprise. And as he's saying this with amusement and like, criminal enterprise, ha, that's what I heard. I don't know why he's saying that, but he's very amused by this phrase. Beg. Again, guys, I didn't feel a lot. So I can't even be like, I don't know, beg. I'm not begging anyone. I'm not, I don't have to beg. I'm not sure what this means. Wait. I am waiting. He's waiting for something. Maybe, for things to go and be clear. We did it, didn't we? First, this sort of feels like we did it, didn't we? Or it could be, we did it, didn't we? Like smugness. But it could be either or, because sometimes the emotion goes back and forth, like we did it, didn't we? Like we're in the clear, or we did it, didn't we? That's how that feels. I knew all along. Yep, he knew all along. I'll show them. Breach. detractors. That's where his focus is. Revenge and, you know, not a lot of emotion, not giving away a lot, not a lot of full flushed out thoughts. Okay. There's some smugness there, but really there's an emptiness there. Not even excitement that he won. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel good to him. Well, it doesn't feel like anything. Okay. Feels like a robot. Let's look at JD Vance. Now, this was interesting. JD Vance was interesting to me because there's a lot of trepidation and anxiety that I'm feeling from him, even fear. Okay. When I tapped into his energy, some of the things that I was feeling through him and some of the things that he said was signaling to me someone who feels very uncomfortable with how this all played out. Okay. All right was the first thing that came out. He says this a lot. All right. Oh dear. I don't know. Feels shameful. He feels ashamed. This feels wrong. I am willing. I am willing. Could mean anything. First, initially, I felt like I'm willing to go along with this. I'm not sure that's what this means, though. As I went through the others, I pulled more energy and more messages. So I'm not really sure what I'm willing means. My wife needs help. He loves his wife. When I heard that, the emotion is very deep. He loves her. He loves her a lot, despite, well, we all know the things that he has said about women. Cooperate. Cooperate. Could that be what he's willing to do? I'm willing to cooperate. Well, we'll see. Please stand by. Lots of trepidation. That's what I wrote. This, when he said, please stand by, that feeling sort of overwhelmed me. Like, oh, I don't know. This isn't real. This isn't happening. These two came together, so I wrote it together. And lastly, protect. Maybe he wants to. I feel like I saw a flash of the Constitution when this thought came out. I saw a flash of his family. I felt more trepidation. He feels ashamed. I don't feel sorry for him, though. You sort of made your bed. Now you got to deal with it. You are willing to throw away some of your values. You have been doing that even before you were chosen as the vice president. And you have to deal with what all that comes with it. And you have to make a choice. So he's getting cold feet. He's like, oh, God. He's surrounded with all these people. It's like on the one hand, it's close. He would be close to the presidency. Is why he took the gig. Okay. And so he's sort of like, he's always been this like, he may have started out one way and turned into, I don't know I don't know his true story. I know his story, but I feel like it's not the true story. I don't know him that well. I don't know what I didn't even know who he was, quite honestly, until he was chosen. I knew about his book and the movie they made, and I was like, oh, that's the guy. But then I found out all this stuff about him after I watched the movie and I did a little deep dive. But even then, when he was chosen, I didn't know it was him. It was that guy. But you are willing to sacrifice your values and who you are for money. And, who he has been displaying is doesn't fully match up with who he is in reality. That's why when I look at him, I don't feel anything. I feel like this isn't a real person when I look at him. When he speaks, he's not living in his true self. So that's why I sort of dismiss him, because of the decisions and the choices he makes. Okay, he's not in a good... His energy isn't good. Okay, so there you have it. That is where their minds are. That's where they are energetically. Their emotions and their thoughts. Okay. There's a lot of movement, a lot of action, I feel, through Kamala and President Biden's energy. Tim Walz is kind of just hanging on. He's sort of like, like as a kid, when you go to Disney World the first time and everything's so amazing, like, oh my goodness. So that's the vibe I get from him since he's been along for the ride. He's really getting a big eye-opener about the seriousness of, like, he knows about it intellectually, but experiencing it is different. Knowing about how far intelligence goes and how, all of these things go. Very eye-opening for him. Okay. Where are we with time? How long have I been doing this? Okay, 39 minutes. Okay. What do I want to do really quickly? Let's try to expand on the thoughts. Okay. Let's look at Kamala. I'm not going to look at Donald Trump. I'm not going to look at J.D. Vance. I frankly... Well, maybe I'll look at what the consequence, what's going to happen. Maybe I'll do that in another reading if I have time. I don't want this to be too long. But let's look at what's going on. Show me Kamala, please. Oh, look, the church bells. Just as I mentioned her. I definitely need to turn the light on. It's dark. It's getting dark. I'm going to pause and then get some light. Okay. I am back. All right, so let's take a look at where Kamala is energetically first. Okay, let's see what's going on there. Okay, so those came out. How many came out? Okay, let's do one more. Show me Kamala. Can you show me Kamala? Seven of Wands, protection, defending oneself, 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups, energetically right now, she is, let me just look at these really quick. Right now, she is in protection and defense mode, okay? So with the Seven of Wands and Eight of Cups here, she is standing her ground, okay? She is in a space where she is, I keep hearing the word defending her position, defending what she lost, okay? Defending someone trying to take something away from you, okay? Not sort of refusing to walk away from it, okay? And usually it would be like, in this sort of energy would be like, the encouragement might be, you might want to let this go. But the Two of Cups came out, and so, and again, I want y'all to remember what I said about Kamala's. Part of her character is she is logical, she is rational, she knows when it's sort of like, okay, this is what we have to do, this is what we have to deal with, but that's not the energy she is in right now, and it's not the space, because it's wrong. She knows it's wrong, she knows she won. And so Eight of Cups is a card of faith. It's a card of walking into something, sometimes walking away from something. But with the Seven of Wands here, it's signaling to me that she is defending this mess that's going on. She's not going to take it laying down, okay? Because she has faith that she could walk into something positive, something better, okay, than a loss. And that's a possible win. Okay, so right now it's really about having faith and being willing to defend your position, and being willing to walk into this idea that you can have something better, that the country could have something better, that she can do the right thing for the country, that she could defend the Constitution, okay, despite the challenges. Okay, and you have the Two of Cups here, and this is really what she's looking for: balance and harmony, and to walk into that, and to walk into truth, and to walk into what her agenda is for the people. Okay, and also, keep in mind that her feelings and her energy, that's with any human being, is not a monolith. She feels a lot of other things too. She feels a lot of other things, but the biggest feeling I feel is she feels determined to figure this out. Okay. Let's see what action she's going to start taking, or is taking rather currently. What action she's taking now. I mean, I hope she's resting, but she doesn't rest until the work is done. She's tireless. Okay, actions. Okay, Two of Wands. Planning. Knight of Cups. Interesting. Here we go again. Here she is. Here she is. This is not interesting. Here's Kamala, Queen of Swords. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this. Okay, so here you have, with the Two of Wands, you have planning and implementation. So she is ready to take action on the plans that has been discussed, the plans that have been in place. She is She's really ready to take action there. Okay. And with the Seven of Wands underneath and the Two of Wands on top, I'm also kind of thinking about the energy is protecting. She is standing her ground against foreign threats here. Two of Wands is a card of travel. It's a, it represents foreign travel overseas. And so this with the Seven of Wands underneath is really giving me that kind of energy. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Cups and we have the Queen of Swords. So she's in a space of planning and implementing. So these are happening simultaneously because I get the sense that there's a lot of different avenues that have been talked about. Okay. And a decision was made. I'm gonna confirm on that with the cards, but I feel like a decision has been made, and now they're beginning to implement this plan. She's beginning to implement this plan, okay? And she's using her head, the Queen of Swords, and her heart with the Knight of Cups, okay? So her passion for becoming president and protecting this country and protecting democracy and protecting the American people and providing for the American people is what's driving her forward. Okay, that emotion is what's driving her forward to see if she can get this done, to see if she can get to the truth and reveal the truth. Okay, so that's the action she's taking. Okay, I get the sense that she's talking to people. I get the sense that there have been a lot of meetings. There has been a lot of preparation for this. There's a lot of talks, okay? Let's see who she might be talking to. Let's see. I'm going to ask a question. Something to do with. Okay. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Oh dear. So I just asked, does the plan have something to do with exposing the election results? And I'll show you with the cards. The answer is yes. Okay, here's the cards. King of Swords. Listen, this is her energy as well. This is Biden's energy too. Okay. The Fool. Having faith, new beginnings. Searching for truth. Finding the truth and knowing the truth. Taking a chance. So you could have a new beginning, The first card. Six of Swords. Transition and change. Transformation. Moving out of chaos into smoother waters. Four of Wands, celebration, success, strong foundations. King of Wands, a lot of firepower here. Taking on life's challenges with bravery and courage. This is her energy as well. So that's where the work is being done. She's working very hard. You have the king and the Queen of Swords energy there. A lot of truth seeking. Okay, a lot of work being done, a lot of plans being implemented. You have the Fool there, going towards a new beginning. This is what's happening, guys. Okay, this is the work that's being done, so the truth can be exposed. She is not backing down. And even though, like I said, she feels a number of things, but determination is one of them. She wants to do the right thing. She wants the truth to be exposed. Okay. Let's look at Biden. Should I use another deck for him? going to use this deck because I feel the energy is strongest with this one today. Okay, Biden. Tell me where he is energetically. President Biden. President Biden. Yeah. Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords again. Oh, man. Eight of Pentacles. He's working very diligently. He's working very hard. Okay. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. Energetically, emotionally, he is, like I said, in deep contemplation. He's also, like I said, there's a feeling of amusement. It's a feeling of amusement that I'm sensing from him, and I see him sort of like shaking his head at his desk like, all right, well, this is where we are, sort of thing. Okay, so first of all, this is Kamala. Okay, and it's interesting that she came out here for where he is energetically. But I just heard like he's said to her, and he's looking at her like, we got a lot of work to do, kid, or kiddo. That's what he's saying. We have a lot of work to do, kiddo. Well, we're here. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, he's in a space of working very diligently. Okay, working to find different, being very, honing in on different forms of information, gathering different forms of information, taking in different, he's using his head. You do that as the president, but I get the sense here right now. He's saying, I emotionally, he's saying, I need to make this right somehow. We have to make this right. Okay. We got work to do with the Eight of Pentacles, and it has to be done correctly. Okay. So he's very curious. One thing I'm sensing is that he is really trying to figure out what exactly happened, and he needs to be told exactly how this was done. Okay, with the Page of Swords here. There's so many different ideas of how they could tackle this that's coming in, and he's taking it all in. Okay. He's very curious about what is happening. He's very contemplative about what moves that he will make, what actions he will take. Okay. So he's using a lot of intellect. He's using a lot of thinking. He's being very diligent on gathering information and planning and listening, brainstorming with a lot of people. And, like before the talks came in, emotionally, he is really, he's just like determined. It's the same sort of emotion with Kamala. All I'm hearing is like, we have to make this right. And how did this happen? Tell me exactly how this went down. Okay, so Page of Swords, a lot of information gathering, a lot of curiosity, a lot of different ideas and brainstorming. Okay, from his side. and her side too. He's thinking about her. He wants her to be president. He's very determined about that, especially with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? He's not going to stop until they find the right, until on his, as the president, he's able to implement the right thing. Okay? So what action is he taking? Let's see. So what Kamala, there was planning. Okay? There was a plan being implemented. So they may be in a space where a plan was already implemented. Let's see. The king is on the bottom. Interesting. Okay. And we have the king on the bottom. Put that here. Okay. It's really like pick yourself up from by your bootstraps. We don't have time to be sad about this. We don't have time to lick our wounds. We have to get to work. We have to be strategic. Like, he's being very strong. He's like, we have to be strong. We have to figure out and implement the right solution. Like, he's being very much like, he's the King of Swords is here. This is him. I said that before. And we have, we have the Seven of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. Okay, and the King of Swords. And what he's really is, he's like, you know, these aren't the most positive cards, but he's really sort of looking at this like, I'm not taking this lying down. We have to be strategic here. We have to let this situation transform how we are doing things. With the Three of Swords, okay, and the Five of Pentacles here together, it's sort of like, I look at the Three of Swords as, sometimes with the Three of Swords, you have to let challenges and heartache and heartbreak transform you, motivate you. He's saying we are not the victims here. Okay, that's what he's saying with these cards here. And with the Seven of Swords, he's really saying like, we have to be strategic. And they are doing this so quietly. Okay, with the Seven of Swords here. Not a lot of people, this is very, I get the sense this is very like tight-knit. This, whoever is in on this plan is very closed, behind closed doors. Is sort of covert. It's not sort of, it is covert. It's like secret. Okay. No, not a lot of people know what's going on. Okay. And again, he's also using his passion and how he feels about the United States and being president and what that looks like. Okay. He's saying like we have to have unity. We have to foster love and unity. We have to not fall back on, oh, you know, this is bad what happened, but we have to work hard to get to the other side of it. So he's really in a space of like, his action, part of his action is what's the word? Morale boosting. Okay? That's part of his action. It's like we can't settle and lie down. We have to take action. We have to do, we have to do something. Okay? And he's really also saying, like, no matter how this is a risk. This situation is unique. Situation is unheard of. But we have to move forward with this plan. We have to, the people are depending on us. So we have to move forward with this. It's risky, but we have to have faith. We have to believe, because what's important is the people. What's important is unity. What's important, and that's what the Lovers is speaking to. Okay, I can see him talking to this group of people that is implementing this thing, and really making sure that they, that they're not just lying down, that they're not just apathetic, that they're really, because his mind is determined. Okay. All right. So let's see one more. Okay. Oh, that is too many. All right, these are the cards I fill out. Interesting. Look, there it is again. Okay. All right, I asked, I know, this is the current energy, okay? And I don't want to give false hope. I don't want to, but like I said, I am leaning all the way on my gifts and my intuition, and no longer dismissing myself. I can't afford to do that. I use it in my work, being a therapist. The empathy that I have and my other gifts that I have, I use it 100%. So I have to do that in this work too, and things that, well, this is not, well, Kim, this isn't what we're being shown. This is, this isn't what the news is showing or what everyone's talking about. But that's what faith is, and that's what we see things, readers and psychics and people with these gifts, we see things that isn't shown directly all the time. Okay, and so we have to trust our intuition. We have to, And so anyway, I asked, will Biden will he take action regarding the election results as president? Okay, use his presidential power in some way, and the answer was yes. Okay, I got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Always new energy with the Ace of Pentacles. You know, there's something like passing, you know, I'm seeing like him passing something to Kamala. Okay. This gold coin here, a gift. This is what he wants to give her. Okay. And really, again, guys, I'm not trying to blow smoke. I don't sugarcoat things. Okay. But this is what I'm being shown. The Fool, taking a leap of faith, taking a risk for a new beginning. This came out with Kamala. This came out before. Okay. The Devil. He wants to beat evil. That's his, you know, this is what I'm hearing when I pulled this card. Knight of Pentacles, working diligently and being focused to beat the devil. The Hangman, like I said, it will take time. He knows it. That's why he gives this, you know, we have to focus and we have to work hard and we have to be determined. Okay. Ten of Cups is what I got also. These are the cards that fell out as I was shuffling and asking the question. Temperance. Moving towards healing. He wants to heal this country. He wants to be a part of that. And I'll say that after. The Death, listen. Transformation. You know, he sacrificed a lot. He gave up a lot. To be president and to step down from running again. Dear Cups. Okay. He's working hard. He's working, and it could just be, honestly, the team could be so small. It could just be that is in the know outside of like intelligence. It could just be him, Kamala, and Tim that are just having these conversations. It could just be the three of them. I could be wrong, but with the Three of Cups here, it could just be the three of them as he's gathering this intelligence and having these talks. Okay. So there you have it. All right. The cards pretty much do align with, you know, what is going on energetically currently. There's a lot of talks. There's a lot of action behind the scenes. A plan is in the midst of being implemented. He is gathering, he's getting updates, you know, changes. He wants to know everything, and he is taking that in. But he feels like determined. It doesn't feel like, they both recognize, him and Kamala, that this is going to be hard. This is sort of a risk. And, well, not sort of, it is a risk. This is a challenge. This is artists. But we kind of got him. We're going to beat him. And it'll take time, but it's going to happen. Okay. Okay, guys. So there you have it. That was the reading. I will do more. I will check in more. You know, again, I don't want to give false hope, but I just, you know, the strong feeling I have is that we have to have faith and some hope that this will turn out right, because I just don't see it. And it's not denial. If I wouldn't jump on here to do this video, I didn't feel like, no, this is something I need to do. It doesn't feel like 2016 to me, where I was like, yep, we're going to win this. We're in this. It feels not real, because it isn't. So hopefully, hold tight, you know, be patient. Investigations are happening. Intelligence is being gathered. Plans are being implemented. So for you, I would say just live your lives. Take care. And take care of yourselves. Okay? I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.